You need to find a way to have this conversation with him that isn't driven primarily by your vulnerability and your anxiety. I want you to imagine yourself as a healthy, calm, and sturdy grown-up who is committed to you, who is capable of looking after your emotional needs, who can and will make wise decisions about your relationships. This part of you can show up with confident curiosity rather than anxiety. You're not approaching this to get reassurance from your partner, to see if he's available to you, to see if he's going to meet your needs, to see if he's committed to you. Rather, you're just going to be curious and interested in what he has to say. I'd also suggest that you free yourself from needing to find agreement with your partner, needing to convince him of your point of view, even from finding compromise and resolution. You can make space for different perspectives in your relationship, and disagreement is not necessarily a threat to your connection. At this stage, make your only goal to understand and empathize with your partner's perspective. And by empathy, I simply mean putting yourself in your partner's shoes and understanding his perspective. It doesn't mean you have to agree with him. It doesn't mean you have to like what he thinks. It just means you're trying to understand him. I'd also suggest that this is not going to be one conversation. It's not one big talk about the future of your relationship that puts way too much pressure on you and on him. It is extremely helpful if you can lower the stakes in these conversations. These are not about saving your relationship. There's no pressure to agree with each other, to find common ground or a solution or a compromise. You just want to understand each other better over time in light, natural, friendly conversations. You really want to create an environment that doesn't feel like an inquisition, where neither you nor he feel like one wrong or insensitive comment is going to create a massive argument, that someone's going to get really upset or threaten to leave or stop speaking to each other. You just want to be interested and curious about where the other one is coming from, even and especially if it's very different from you. If you can manage to create that very open, warm, friendly context, then ask him what he sees detachment as being. What does he mean by it? How does he think it would benefit him? What does he think detachment would look like in your relationship?